What's going on?
What's going on, peoples?
Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. It's your boy Illdok. We've got Blerbs and our very first special guest, Greesy.
What's going on? What's it doing?
Cool. What you been up to, bro?
Fuck all, man. Working, writing music and shit, eh? Just same old, just trying to smash it, eh? Grinding, man, yeah.
Yeah, fucking oath. You've been putting out quite a lot of shit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
your work ethic's
Yeah, I was going to say, your work ethic's way ahead of what my work ethic ever was, especially your age as well. Smashing up.
Cheers, bro. Fuck. Yeah, I've been just been trying to stay on top of it, man. Linked up with JD Optics.
Yeah.
He's just like a fresh videographer in Perth for the hip hop scene, man. And he's been doing it like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And we've just been trying to smash like at least a track a week or like a one take in a track or something. But like,
that's dope.
Last couple of weeks we've been fucking falling off, like motivation as you do and shit sometimes, but fuck, like.
No, I've seen a lot of those fucking one takes have like been fucking sick.
Cheers,
just
bro.
Like straight bars.
Yeah.
Where's he located? Is he like North Perth?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, North Perth.
Yeah, because I've seen it, like his name's popped up quite a bit, like for people like dudes fucking videos and all that sort of stuff. I was wondering like who he was, but obviously there's a new cat. Who else does the rest of your videos? Who's done some of your other?
I started with Joel Baker. He done my first, he done like my first ever clip. Like, it was Bounce with Greesy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That name sounds hell familiar, but.
Yeah, I feel like we know his brother. I think.
Is he? Oh, I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to name drop either. But I think he's from Bullsbrook, eh?
No.
Oh, he's not.
Nah.
Oh, maybe it's not then.
Just to clarify, you grew up in Bullsbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
So that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, no shit.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Were you up the hill or like?
No, I was down like in the gardens
village,
area.
in the gardens,
village,
boy. Fuck yeah, that's where I was.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I want to ask you if it's changed, but I suppose you wouldn't really. Well, I suppose, but you grew up there from a kid.
Yeah, since I could remember, bro. Fuck yeah.
Because the guys started getting started putting nice things in it. I was gonna say it got nice, but
yeah, I think like, oh man, I don't know if you've been through it in a while.
They're building heaps, eh?
Bro, I think they're putting like another school there, and then like a big like Coles shopping centre and shit, new housing. Like, I don't know if you remember like the skate park.
Yeah,
and then it was like across there was like all the farmland and shit and the church.
The skate park, you mean the four little skate
yeah, bro. Yeah.
The 4 lumps in the ground.
Yo, man, that was fucking terrible.
Still dope though.
Yeah, and then like all of that land's like and behind the church and shit is all just getting built up as like new school and fucking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's fucking every time I go up, and now like they got Tonkin highways like hitting Mushay.
Yeah, bro, it's going from like Morley to Mushay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just on one big road.
Because every time I go up to see like my parents, they're in my mum's like up the hill like Smith Road, and my dad's in fucking like Lower Chittering. But yeah, every time I go through Bullsbrook, man, it's different. Like every goes every 6 months or whatever, something's changed.
Yeah, it's fucking
It's the place. It's the place to fucking buy, bro.
Yeah,
you buy a house out there in fucking 10 years' time, it'll be like fully fucking populated, like.
Yeah, it'll be like Ellenbrook, I reckon.
Yeah.
In fucking 10 years' time, eh?
A shithole.
Well, so yeah, I mean, realistically, there will probably come a time in our lifetime where Gingin is like Midland,
Sydney or some shit.
Or maybe not Sydney, but
I'm worried. Like, how long do you reckon until WA becomes like East Coast?
There's
Because
so
like
much
East
more
Coast,
of it,
man,
though.
there's
Like,
so much shit to do there. You live on the east, you can go to Sydney. Like if you're in Melbourne, you go to Sydney for a weekend, and it's like fuck all.
Yeah, but they found that side first, though.
Yeah.
So they just
I don't.
and then went, a couple of cunts went, yeah, we'll go to Perth, set up a couple of tents, and then 100 years later, here we are, and there's still not that much.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
That's probably because they sent a couple other cunts up north, and
Yeah. But Perth is definitely isolated, eh? It's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, the West Coast is definitely fucking isolated.
It's fucking fucking rain. It's in consideration to like the East Coast, music wise, and like just everything in general. Like WA's still fucking up there. Like we're not behind on anything.
No.
And I reckon music wise, especially hip hop. Like I don't know too much about other fucking genres, but hip hop, a lot of like the good. I mean, there's huge names over east, obviously, with your Chillinets and your fucking Wombats and all that sort of stuff. But like, I think Perth's definitely got some of the biggest like up and comers.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure, bro.
I think Perth's
For sure.
just got a dope music scene in general,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
again, because
A lot of people
It's
like
only really,
underestimate WA's hip hop scene. I reckon.
it's the one city, and then it's just, you know, you might have
Yeah.
some dope cunt from Geraldton,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Margaret
some
And
River.
dope cunt from down there.
Is there
But-
anyone from Margaret River, like that's like a decent name? can't think of anyone off
I
the
don't
top.
know anyone from Margaret River, eh?
I'm pretty sure. Like,
I don't think anyone
Cortex
lives in
and
Margaret
them
River.
are
Right? It's just people go down for a holiday and that's it.
Oh.
Cunts just go to there to surf and then
Leave. It's just an
set
abandoned
up
fucking
tents
town.
and
Well, my dry July fucking didn't last long at all.
well, there's still plenty of July left.
Yeah, but that's not the point, is it?
Well, sometimes we have setbacks. You just got to get back on the horse, and that's the wrong term to use because I think that's what people say when you get back on the horse. Plus, there's a horse on the bottle. I just noticed.
Yeah, dry July. It's when you drink 6-pack of Carlton Dry every night.
That doesn't sound bad.
It does. Alcoholic in a month.
Or just alcoholic for a month. You don't have to become an alcoholic. I feel like there's a certain amount of time you have to do that before you're actually an alcoholic. As long as you don't drink the 6-pack at work or in the morning.
Yeah, I think that is like, I feel like that's what determines an alcoholic, eh? If you wake up and the first thing you do is crack a beer.
Yeah, not even that. If you have a beer with
That's-
smoko, you're still a psycho.
Have a beer.
Smoker,
What do you
like.
mean with beer with smoker?
What? Even if it's like 10 o'clock and you have a beer,
At work?
calm down. No, I'm not saying but at that time.
Oh,
period.
yeah, right.
If you do it at work,
It depends.
alcoholic as well.
Depends.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like your birthday weekend or something,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple
Yeah.
of times
yeah.
I've been up for like
But I'm
birthday or
saying
whatever.
on the
10
reg.
o'clock, it's like I'm bored. I'm going to start drinking.
Yeah.
Never a good idea, though, because hits fucking
Well,
8 o'clock and you're fucked.
That brings me to the thing I was talking about before, right? I've seen people at work, and like I'm a cigarette smoker, loud and proud. Seen fuckers eating the smoko or lunch. Like I seen this one dude eating a polony sandwich for starters, like he was 12, and he's smoking a cigarette while he's taking a bite, and while he was chewing, has a cigarette.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Like,
come on.
what are you eating for, bro? There's no flavour. You may as well eat your cigarettes. That's at
Yeah.
least you're getting your leaves.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
That's dumb
Yeah,
as shit.
I don't know
fuck,
what-
that's
yeah, why would
disgusting,
you
I
do
think-
that?
I think so.
Why would
Oh,
you
and
do
that was going to be my question: is are people who do that fucking psychopaths?
But what's the difference between...
Imagine eating and
'cause,
never
like,
tasting
everyone-
anything but
Yeah,
cigarettes.
but what's the difference? I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
fuck.
like eating is completely different, but like eating and smoking and then drinking and smoking. It's like people whinge about people who drink and smoke because apparently when you fucking drink coffee or whatever, it opens up your taste buds, you're more likely going to get fucking mouth cancer and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, but
Because like my dad used to like whinge at me for fucking like drinking coffee and having a cigarette at the same time. He was always like, "No, you got to fucking drink your coffee, then you have a cigarette." It's like, fuck
What?
that.
Yeah,
Like,
nah, I drink coffee and a
that's
Yeah,
cigarette.
yeah,
eh?
yeah.
that's
it's like goes hand in hand.
yeah, it's necessary.
Same as like a beer and a cigarette, hand in hand.
Oh yeah.
I feel like when you start smoking, one morning you go out for smoko and just have a cup of coffee and don't know where it came from, and just okay, and you try it and you go, never liked this before, now I do, and then
Yeah.
from then
Yeah.
on it's just a fucking habit.
I don't think I could disagree. Yeah, that's pretty fucking.
Because I only
spot
started drinking coffee after I'd started working
on.
and
smoking.
having cigarettes.
So, yeah,
I heard
same,
about
bro.
coffee through people who smoke cigarettes. I didn't know about it until I was like 18.
Fuck off, guy.
Actually.
Oh,
And someone just said, yeah, they heard of coffee, goes down neat with a cigarette.
Yeah, I don't think I liked coffee until I was like an adult.
Yeah.
I just don't think I really like appreciated like the benefits of a coffee.
It's like a
Of a
skill
decent
tree in a
coffee,
video
yeah.
game, but you can't unlock the coffee section until you've had a cigarette. And
yeah.
you level up.
Fuck, man.
Oh.
How old were you when you had your... Do you smoke? You smoke cigarettes, eh?
Yeah, bro. Fucking, I think my job's like giving me a hell bad like cigarette addiction, bro.
I feel
Yeah.
like work
Just sitting in the
is-
truck all day, bro, and fucking
Just smoking, eh?
Just smoking,
passing
like-
time.
yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah,
It's
that
pretty
was
bad.
like, because I quit before I had my surgery.
Yeah.
And I've still not smoked since. But that was like the fucking worst part about it, was like having to drive to and from work and not having a cigarette. Like, I did not know what to do in my life for fucking
Yeah.
40 minutes.
The car would be the hardest one.
Yeah. Oh, bro, it was
Easy.
fucked, man. It sucked.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
yeah, I still remember like my first cigarette and shit when I was like fucking 14 or something.
Mm.
Just tasted like shit. Coughed up my hole. And for some weird reason, like, didn't learn my lesson. Like, coughed up my
You're like,
hole.
maybe the second one's
hated it.
better.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It never
Yeah.
is.
fucking not the second, maybe the third.
Mm.
Like,
I remember
Just goes
rolling
on.
up fucking like dried leaves in a newspaper and trying to smoke it when I was like 9.
fuck.
What the
Dumb
fuck
cunts.
were you doing? At 9 years old, did you not have a toy? Just smoking leaves and
It
stuff.
was either 9, 10, 11 or 12, I can't remember, but it was a time.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
You got to do it though. But I feel like kids, I feel like the younger gen, like, is there a lot of people when you were at school and shit that were smoking? Did you smoke at high school?
Yeah, I think it was like year 8, I started
Yeah.
smoking, so I was like 14. And yeah, there was only me and my best mate, and,
Yeah.
and that was it. We were
Head
like,
spins for days.
oh, bro.
Yeah. 'Cause I
That's
feel
what you
like
smoked it for, right?
when, I probably would have been about the same age. But we had like quite a few people. We used to smoke on the Oval. This was before it was
That's
like
what
the new college and
I've
shit.
been told that a lot when I remember
Yeah.
even fucking being in primary school, and then like we had different lunch
Yeah,
like
yeah.
breaks. It wasn't at the same time. Now it's all at the same time and shit.
Oh, real?
Yeah, so like I remember when we had split breaks, but like every cunt was like smoking
Yeah.
and fucking doing whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah, man.
Like
We used to fucking we used to sit like up near the library, and there'd be, well, I mean, it was like me, Maddie, and Jen. There was probably like 8 or 10 of us that
Yeah.
fucking smoked, and we'd sort of like split off into like 2 different like friendship groups or whatever. But yeah, do you know Mr. Barnard?
yeah, he's
Bro,
still,
he's
he's-
still
there.
yeah, bro.
That's
Mr.
fuck.
Barnard would walk around, and
'Cause
he
he's-
would see us smoking, and he'd just turn around and walk off the other way.
Does he still not measure or read the chest measurements on his t-shirt?
Oh fuck, bro. Don't get me started about that. That's fucked.
That's fucking hilarious, man. Barnard. I mean, I got to give him props because he sort of.
He was a decent.
I wouldn't say that he got me into basketball, but he taught me a fair bit about it.
Yeah, he's a good cunt.
He used to
But at
talk
the same
about shit,
time, he'd
though.
just talk about his missus that lived in America the whole
That
time.
cunt told us he used to be able to East Bay.
Fuck
It's
out
like,
here.
nah, I don't believe that for a minute.
He was a big cunt though, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was a fucking
he
solid
still
cunt.
is, man. Pretty sure. I've been in school for like 2 years, but when I was at school, man, he was still a big cunt.
Yeah.
Does he still just always have sunglasses on?
No, it was didn't. I don't think he ever wore sunglasses really. Yeah.
No, I swear I just remember him always. Well, but this is back when I don't know if he has a ponytail now, but he used to have the
Nah,
ponytail.
he didn't have a ponytail when I was there. I don't think. I
Yeah,
think
no,
he might have got
he-
rid of it.
had a
Originally, when I
ponytail.
first got there, he was rocking a ponytail.
Fuck yeah, that's
Yeah.
sick.
Imagine him with a ponytail.
Yeah, it's just funny. But that was probably when he was like peaking, sort of thing. And
I swear, I remember hearing stories that he got done. Fuck, I hope like no authorities are listening, but I swear I heard stories that he got done like selling shit at school, like a couple years maybe before you, like Jen told me, but like
God
she'd
can't have
heard
sold me nothing.
she'd heard from people whatever that he got done like fucking sort of on the sly like selling shit to people. I don't know if it was weed or fucking steroids or something, but
Yeah.
He never sold me anything, but he gave me $50 to suck his dick once.
Fuck off. No, I reckon. Oh, fucking who told me, bro? Someone told me that he used to wear a G string as well. He used to wear a fucking.
yeah, bro. I
it-
saw
I could
that
see
cunt.
that in the ponytail days. I could definitely see him rocking a G-string.
Yeah.
I bet he wore one at the beach too. He never wore anything. Like, he wore Speedos or something at the beach, you can guarantee it. He probably would have had to wear a fucking... one of those tube bras or something.
Gee, bros, eh? Pretty fucking man tits.
I'm trying to think what other fucking teachers would have been there. Miss Regari.
Yeah, the English teacher.
Yeah. She was
Yeah,
like
she was like small.
small like Italian
Yeah, bro. But she was fucking scary when I was in high school, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck.
she was pretty fucking intense. If you weren't like in her class, she was pretty intense, eh?
Is Miss Bosley still there?
Oh, Miss Boswell?
No, Miss Bosley.
Bosley? Nah.
The old.
No, I think she left after I had left. She was fucking like 70
like,
something
left?
when I was in school.
This world? Or?
No, she didn't leave this world. I mean, she might have left this world. She'd be
I hope
fucking.
she didn't. I mean, you know.
Well, do you remember the Raquellas?
No.
Mr. Raquella or Mrs. Raquella?
I know the names. I don't
Was
think I ever
she-
had them, but
Were they like a hell like attractive? Like, were they partners or were they brother and sister or something?
No, they were partners, but they were like vegan partners, bro.
Oh, real.
And then like I remember back at school. Do you know? Oh fucking, I forgot his name. Milan, Tonadora. Yeah. I think someone was telling me, bro, that fucking Mr. Raquel's like vegan or whatever, and then like Milan was eating a sandwich. It was like meat, and like Raquel like come up to me and just grabbed his sandwich, bro, like full of meat, and like chucked it in the bin and shit because he was
What the
vegan, bro.
fuck?
Like fucking full schizos,
Fuck
man.
that.
They had like his
that
car.
would have like triggered
Oh man,
most people.
bro, his car was stickered full of like fucking fuck meat eaters and shit like that, bro. He'd rock up to school with his car like that. I don't know, fuck. I can't believe you guys didn't remember this
What a
cunt.
dickhead. Should have covered it in Domino's stickers. or
Oh
something.
man.
Shit.
What a dumb cunt. Well,
Fuck
I mean, I
vegans
don't know
for
if he is
starters.
a dumb cunt, but he makes bad life choices if he's a
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah.
He should try breatharianism, or whatever the fuck it's called.
No, well, yeah. No, I remember like my sister fucking telling me how there was like two, I want to say brother and sister, but they were like teachers that started at Bullsbrook, and like the dude was hell fucking like handsome, and the woman was like hell fucking hot, but they were only there for like a year or 2 years, and they were like sports teachers or something.
You're not thinking of Mr. Lockyer and Mrs. Lockyer?
No, I'm not thinking of
Mrs.
No,
Lockyer is
can't.
fine, but
Miss Lockyer is fine. Nah. Fucking, like, these were people, like, I didn't know them.
Yeah.
They were just, like, new random teachers. Bro, I've been out of school for fucking... What are we? Been out of school for 8 years.
I went out of school
And
for
I've done
19
nothing
years.
with my life, bro. 8 years and I've done nothing.
that's right.
Still got plenty of time.
Yeah, just keep doing
Still
nothing
got,
until
like,
you
Yeah,
figure it out.
20,
Yeah,
30 years
true.
left.
True.
Did you finish school? Did you guys graduate?
Yeah, I did.
Wish I did.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
What year did you drop out? 10.
No, it was end of year 10. And then I went to do year 11. And then it was like second day. And I was just like, fuck this. Like, and I went to see, I don't know if you remember Mr. Minchin. He was like
Oh, bro.
a big nose.
Massive
and
nose.
shit. Yeah.
Fuck knuckles. Like,
Yeah,
the cunt
bro.
had fucked up
Oi.
knuckles, bro.
Big robot fingers.
He had, I don't know what happened, bro, but his knuckles were massive.
Yeah. It's like he had marbles that he was trying to
And his
hide
nose
from
was
everyone.
like bulbous.
Yeah, well, he fucking ended up signing me up, bro. I just went to him on like the second day, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be here and shit." And then like, because my grades were hell bad,
Yeah.
he ended up fucking like changing all my grades on the computer like to C's just so I could get into TAFE, like to do a
Yeah.
pre-app course. And there was like no meeting with my parents, nothing. He was like, called my mum. He was like, "Do you know that he's leaving?" And he's like, signed a piece of paper. He's like, "See you later" and shit. And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Did you go TAFE?
yeah, I did my pre-app. Tried looking for an apprenticeship, but it was like hell big downfall in the construction fucking industry. At
Is
the
that what you're
time.
doing? Construction?
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Fuck, I do
That's
what
what I
I
was doing. Carpentry pre-app,
Yeah.
and then like yeah, there was no apprenticeships going, man, at the time. So yeah,
Yeah, I did like the TAFE, like the vet TAFE fucking course thing. in
Yeah.
Year 11. No, year 12, I think. And did my pre-app for, like boiler making. Got offered an apprenticeship. Pretty much had it like signed, ready to go at the end of my work experience, and then I failed a fucking drug test, bro. and it's-
Oh really?
Yeah. I was talking about it the other day, actually. I was like, if I didn't fail that drug test, my life would have been completely different, man. I would have
What?
been like a tradie.
Was that piss or swab?
Piss.
Fuck,
It's always
no.
piss.
Yeah.
I've never been.
It was so
swabbed
fucked, bro, because like, my dad, because I was only 17, so my dad had to take me down there and like sign off paperwork and shit. So we're sitting in the office with these like bosses, and they're like, "Yeah, you know, you're sweet. All you got to do now is go like do a drug test." Straight away, my heart's just going because I know that I'm gonna fail. And then I'm thinking
Fuck.
like in the back of my head, I was like, "Oh, you know, hopefully they do it next week, and I can somehow like get it out my system."
Yeah.
Anyway, this dude walks off and then he comes back like 2 minutes later and he's like, oh, I've called up fucking Qdale Medical. You can go down now and get it done. I'm like, fuck.
Dogged.
Dad takes me down there and he's like, you've like stopped smoking, eh? I was like, yeah. Do my piss test. Didn't hear back from him. Like, never got back to me for like a month. And my dad's just harassing me. He's like, you got to call him. You got to show initiative. The whole time I'm like, I know that I've not got the job. So I just called him up. I was like, oh, just wondering like if I still have the apprenticeship. And he's like, no, we found marijuana in your piss. Like, sorry, mate. It's like, fuck.
I was going to say, because you would have got your answers then, eh? Because when I've done them and it was on the side of the cup. Like it was a...
Oh, really?
Oh, real? Well, maybe they just
came up like a different colour or that. And he's like, we'll just sit here and wait for it to change colour.
No, well, I swear that they gave me like a 2 week or like a week period to like get the results.
Because normally obviously if it's just getting the job, but if you have a job and you fail a test, they normally, I think...
They know there and then, yeah.
Some will go if you come back in a couple of weeks and you're clean, but some will also go, hey, no.
Yeah.
Which is fucking bullshit. Like, I don't agree with smoking weed on the job by any means. Like, I can understand why that's a thing, because, yeah, if you operate machinery and you're stoned, but what you do in your own time is what you do in your own time.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, if you go into work sober, regardless of if you smoked the night before or not, but if you go into work and you're sober...
I worked with a cunt who didn't smoke weed, passed every drug test, had a fucking fit on a bicky and had a seizure and ended up in a coma for a couple of days. Had the whole week off work. Probably had 2 weeks off work.
Don't tell me they drug tested him.
No, he passed every drug test, but he just hurt the bickies and shit on the weekend, and it's like, well...
Yeah.
Obviously, if the employer knew that, they'd think differently, but because there's no way to test it or gauge it.
Well, that's why all the fucking... FIFO workers and shit just get on coke. Come back and just go hard on pills and coke and shit because it's out of your system.
It should just be a swab test.
But that's what I was going to say. Do you reckon they still get drug tested in America where it's legal? Would they get drug tested for marijuana?
No, I don't.
They probably get swab tested.
So then if you're high on the job,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true. Because what's that? It's 10 hours, 10 hours.
Something like that, roughly. Depends
or
how much
on your,
smoke.
in your saliva. Because I got done, I got drug tested when I worked at Coke for a swab. And they, our fucking team leader smoked as well. So he, found out that they were going to do it and then told, all of us boys that he knew smoked. So I just didn't smoke for, 10 hours before the shift. So, the night before, I stopped at, 8 o'clock. And I fucking got picked, bro. It was a marble, they went around a bag of marbles. And you just had to pick out, a random marble. And there was 4 white ones in, a bag of, 50 fucking normal. And I pulled out a white one, bro. And I was like, fuck. But I passed.
Yeah.
So that was that was fucking nuts.
Yeah, if you, smoke it long enough, man, just, goes through your hairline and your bloodstream and shit, and it just fucking...
I've heard of people who have been smoking for fucking years, quit, these are grown adults, and quit, and it's been 3, 4, 5 months, still failed drug tests. Imagine that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, don't imagine it because it's real.
Yeah.
It's
oh yeah, fucking earth.
Yeah, man.
Did you want to knock off some of these news topics and then we'll talk about music?
Yeah, go on.
Fucking oath.
Okay, so I saw one thing. You've probably already seen it, but there was a video going on Facebook today. I think it may have been yesterday, but I saw it today. That fucking bowling robot thing. Have you seen that?
Nah.
Oi, bro, I'll get it up on this fucking tablet. But the caption for the thing was is this the future of bowling? And the whole time I'm how, if this is the future of bowling, then it doesn't need people anymore.
And
it's just a robot.
Realistically, why do we need a robot that can bowl? because then that defeats the purpose of bowling because it's purely for human entertainment.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like, did you see that robot they had at the NBA games or the All-Star or whatever that was shooting free throws? And it had like a 99.9% accuracy rate or whatever. And it was this big weird robot that just went... and
good sound effects, bro.
Yeah. Ridiculous, but also, why do we need that? Like, build a robot that can get clean water for starving Africans or something.
Yeah,
Get
no
robots
shit,
that can
bro.
build solar panels or fucking wind farms or some shit.
Where the fuck is this video?
Nah, no shit, man.
I can just, like, I feel like there's a million other uses for robots before bowling and shooting a basketball.
Yeah. No shit.
Holy fucking shit.
Wait, you should get someone to sit on their knees there, bro. Just tape someone on the floor,
that's a
bro.
weapon. That's not a bowling
That would
machine.
fucking kill someone.
That's a
Bro,
firearm.
can you play that again?
Holy shit.
Bro, that's like the Rampage at fucking Adventure World, bro.
It actually is.
Bro, that thing would fuck you up, like.
That's fucking nuts, eh?
Holy shit.
Imagine if that kind of just grabbed you by the head, bro. It was just like... fucking slung you into
Your
the fucking...
body just goes flying.
Everything
Holy
would just snap off. What the fuck?
That's fucking nuts. Look how fast it goes.
Not only that, but underarm too.
Oh, that's fucking...
Oh,
that's
bro.
insane.
Yeah, man. I saw that and just straight away thought, okay, well, what's the fucking point? Like...
Yeah, I mean...
What do you, like? What would you do? You just get one of those per team and like hope that yours somehow
I
is
don't know, I
better
feel
than the
like
other one.
One of
why
those
do they
13,
still
mate.
use those things when they raid a house? What's that called? I can't remember.
A
Oh, there's big fucking...
Yeah, they hold it and they
Battering
smash
rams. They're like
battering
battering
rams.
rams,
That's
yeah.
the one. Why do they have that and not just pull up one of those robots on a trolley, drop it, turn it on, and it just gets a big rock and goes and flings it through the front door?
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be a
bro.
lot more fucking intimidating. The people inside would probably just walk out and go,
Probably just go
"Alright,
through the
I want
front door
nothing
and just
to
like,
do
knock
with
some
this."
cunt out cold.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
Or that.
Bowling balls, man. It's like that fucking How Ridiculous shit. Have you watched them
What's that?
on YouTube? And it's like those three dudes that are in Gingin. You know the
No.
gravity fucking tower thing in Gingin?
You probably went there on an excursion with Bullseye.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's like some big fucking... It's like the DNA tower in fucking Kings Park, but like you go up to the top and it's... You suppose... Like you drop balloons and shit onto like a big fucking like sandpit basically, and it's to like test gravity or whatever for kids. But they've like hired it out and they run like a YouTube channel. And these cunts are dropping like fucking bowling balls onto like cars and just random shit. Like massive fucking darts, like metal darts and shit.
What?
It's crazy. But yeah, bowling balls, man, they fuck shit up. If you threw a bowling ball that quick at a door, the door would be gone.
I wouldn't want to be in front of it.
That's pretty nuts.
Alright, what else have I got? Fucking that Tutankhamun. Is that how you say his name? Tutankhamun, the Egyptian cunt.
Yeah.
Apparently there was like an artifact that was sold at an auction for $8.4 million, and now there's a big uproar because apparently it was like stolen from a fucking like a pyramid. Like it was stolen from one of his, what do you call them? Like
It was
temples or whatever.
tomb raided.
Tomb raided, yeah. Stolen. That's the one. Tomb. Stolen from his tomb.
We know who did it then.
Who? Lara Croft.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking $8.4 million. But that's like, if it is stolen, do you get like? Do they get the money back, or once you've paid for it, is it?
What
like,
was
bad
it
luck?
exactly, the item?
It was just like some weird little fucking, like head piece thing that was like made out of quartz or some shit. Like,
Oh, real.
I think it was because it was like hell ancient. That's why it was so expensive. I don't think it was like necessarily like gold or anything.
But then how could, if you stole it, like,
How do
Who's
people
gonna
get
buy
in
it?
there?
who's going to buy it and know that it's legit? Or you just make some shit and go, I stole this from a pyramid. I don't have a certificate of authenticity because Tomb Raided it, and give me $50 million.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how anyone's got the balls or like know how to fucking raid like a pyramid, break into a pyramid, and you'd think they'd just be fucking like
booby
like
traps.
hell, yeah, like hell fucking secure, heaps of fucking security guards and shit. It's the fucking pyramids, like.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? It could have been stolen fucking years ago, like.
Yeah, I don't know how the pyramids work and how many of them there are.
There's 3 of them, isn't there?
Well, that's the pyramids of Giza.
Oh, yeah, there is heaps actually.
I'm pretty sure that, well, and not just pyramids, but like temples and tombs or whatever you want to call them. Temples of Boom.
So how much was it going for again?
8.4 million.
Fuck.
That's a lot of money, eh?
Life would be nicer with that much money. Like, that's...
Alright, we've asked ourselves this question. If you won the lottery, what would you do? It's alright, what did we do? Was it 5 mil?
I got addicted to meth.
Right, you've won 5 mil. What are you doing?
5 mil. Well, like, I want to fucking start a record label, so like, I fucking put everything, like, majority of that into a fucking record label, bro. And then like the rest of it, fucking just get a house, bro, and fucking that's it, bro. Record label.
That's probably the smartest. We didn't think like that, did we? I think I bought a boat straight away. Just bought a boat and a house. All right. Who would you sign on your label?
I'm not sure at this point because I'll be far into the future. There'll be new artists.
Yeah.
Very very new.
It's a very logical answer.
Yeah.
Alright, if you had to pick any as a top 5 of living artists, but it could just be anyone, because we did this as well.
What's that?
With just anyone. It can be UK, American, Australian, top 5 to sign to your own label.
Right, yeah.
Sign to my own label. Fuck. I'm not sure, I've never actually thought about that. Fuck.
Yeah, it's hard to compact it into 5.
Yeah, I mean, you'd struggle with 10, really.
All right.
There's probably
top 60.
Top 60, yeah.
Who do you listen to? Like, who is like your go-to sort of shit at the moment?
Fucking anything, man. I just play the fucking A-list hip-hop and just fucking shuffle that every day.
Yeah.
Listen to everything. I honestly don't even have like an artist typically that I listen to, or like a certain genre, like anything new that comes out, I'll just listen to it and fucking.
If you dig it.
If I dig it, bro, I'll just search through them and shit, bro. Just like, yeah, there's not really like particular genre I fucking stick to, bro. Obviously, I love my hip hop and shit, so like listen to a lot of fucking Hilltop and like Earth Boy, Briggs, fucking heaps of like I grew up fucking. Like inspired heaps by fucking Golden Era, bro. Like back in the day when they first started. So like,
have you seen all the fucking all that beef with like Vents and fucking Golden Era?
Oh, bro, yeah. I've been watching like Vents on fucking on Instagram. He's been doing like 2-hour like live streams and like posting them to his story. And I was just like fucking like it's just like fuck, man. Because some of the shit that he's talking about, it makes sense, like. But then half of it sounds like, fuck, bro, you sound fucking crazy. Yeah. Like, you sound off your head, bro.
And it's like, make an album about it.
Yeah,
rap about all of that shit, because Vince is dope.
I was going to say, that's the fuck thing. Like, he's one of the better, I mean, they're all equally as dope in Golden Era, but like, he is definitely up there with like some of the best on the label. And then he just like decides to just fucking like go off on one and start.
I reckon K21 was fucking. Do you know K21? Yeah. Yeah, I reckon he was one of the best on the label. I reckon, bro.
Yeah, he is dope.
Yeah, K21 is sick.
Have you seen the new guy they signed as well? If it wasn't too long ago, Purpose.
Yeah, Purpose has been around for a fucking while. Like, he used to
fucking battle and shit, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, Purpose is dope.
Yeah, Purpose is sick. I never really listened because I heard of him through Prime and Purpose when they were like a duo. I assume they're not a duo anymore. I feel like that
Prime. I've read an article the other day. Prime is now a writer for like Fox Sports or some fucking sports thing. I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah, he went on to do something along those lines.
Yeah, because I got into him more so than Purpose. But they're both sick.
Is it gonna fuck this whole thing up if I go and grab my pouch?
I'll just get it. I'm closer.
Alright.
Yeah, well, fucking talk about something. Bit of Beliefs album. Not album,
Bit
song.
of Beliefs album.
Arson.
Yeah.
That was sick, bro.
Yeah. Bit is dope.
Yeah, man. I just love his fucking his attitude and his steez and shit in his tracks, man. It's fucking, bro.
He's easily one of the most consistent.
Yeah, man. Fucking Bit of Belief was like one of the first dudes I listened to for Aussie hip hop anyway.
Yeah.
I just remember being at before I moved to Bullsbrook, I went to Woodvale.
Yeah.
And a dude, this is way before I'd even knew what fucking Aussie hip hop was. And one of my mates showed me fucking Inspiration Island by Draft, and fucking what was it? Gossip Girl by Bit of Belief, which was like one of his old school MySpace fucking songs.
Oh really? Oh yeah,
And
Gossip Girl.
That was like one of the first fucking tracks. Well, those were like the first two Aussie hip hop tracks I heard. I was like, fuck yeah, Bit of Belief, man. I used to fucking smash that cunt.
Yeah, bro, his fucking tracks are sick.
Anyway, enough about fucking Bit of Belief. Let's talk about Greesy. So how did you get into what made you start rapping
Honestly, I think it was my parents. My dad fucking pushed a lot of he showed me a lot of Aussie hip hop. When I was younger, he got me onto Hilltop Hoods. Fucking, there was a rapper M Phases.
Yeah.
He got me my first CD was M Phases and fucking.
Was it Good Gracious?
No, I can't remember. I've got it at home and I can't remember exactly what that album was called. It was M Phases CD, and he got me that. It was for my 13th birthday or something.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, that's dope.
Yeah, but yeah, he pushed a lot of his music onto me as well, fucking Public Enemy, NWA,
yeah.
That's what he listened to when he was younger, bro. So he pushed a lot of that onto me, and fucking, I don't know, bro. I guess it just grew onto me,
Yeah.
That's
just
crazy.
fucking loved it, bro. It's fucking just all the fucking gritty punchlines and shit.
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
Oh, sick, bro.
That's
sick.
wild, because most people my dad listened to NWA, but that was it, and he didn't really put me onto that until after I'd sort of heard Eminem and all that shit. But
yeah, I feel
for someone's dad to be putting them on Aussie hip hop, I feel like you're destined for greatness.
Yeah.
If that happens at a young age, or your dad's into it, it's you're just gonna be born knowing what good rap is.
Yeah, it's bro, I was gonna say, it's hard to find older hip hop heads, especially in Australia. Maybe not in America. In America, there's probably heaps of old cunts that listen to hip hop, but
in Australia, it's only been 3 decades.
Yeah, fucking not even really.
Maybe over East.
Oh wait, yeah, we are almost 2020. Yeah, 3 decades. But what you said about gritty punchlines and stuff, that you can sort of see that in your music, you're very sort of punchline heavy,
Yeah, bro. Fuck.
Which is dope. I struggle with punchlines, eh? I don't know what it is, but just metaphors or punchlines, it's my fucking, I cannot get there. He's real good at it. Some people are just fucking real good with it. You're good. Fucking another Asthmatics, he's pretty fucking dope with his punchlines.
Yeah, I was terrible at it, man. It was probably the last a year and a half ago, and he just started fucking trying to work on my punchlines heaps. When I was younger, man, me and fucking Scrub, before he fucking blew up the way he was, bro, I was following his shit, and we were talking heaps and stuff. We ended up doing a track for for his mixtape.
Real?
Yeah, bro, it's on SoundCloud.
Fuck, I did not know that, man.
Yeah, bro, when we were hell young, bro, and yeah, he was he was all on, because he was like 3 years older than me, man. He was like all onto his punchlines and shit, and like a bit way ahead of me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was still a fucking young cat, so he like, I was definitely inspired heaps by him at the time and shit, like, fucking, and the shit he done, so fucking, yeah, bro.
He's fucking insane.
Oh yeah, bro.
He's sick. Like style and fucking how he carries himself. He's like, I mean, I don't know how much of a stretch it is to compare it, but he's like almost like an Aussie Slim Shady to some extent. Like,
bro,
fucking
that's hell
raw.
funny, bro, because he did like, I can't fucking remember exactly, man, but he did like a video, and I remember like there was comments on there and shit saying like, oh, like you're a Slim Shady wannabe or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then it was like, I think like 3 days after, he fucking dressed up as Slim, bro, and like dyed his hair blonde and shit, and just like spat diss bars to all the cunts that were calling him Slim Shady, and I was like, this cunt's a G, like, I was like, yeah, that's fucking sick, like.
Have you done a collab yet, or?
Yeah, bro, yeah, we did fucking when we were younger, man, like.
Fucking oath.
Before, like, he fucking blew up a bit more, man, we fucking did a track for his mixtape. I forgot what it was called. It was called Timeless or something.
That's sick.
Are you gonna try and like work with him more, or try and get like another collab?
Yeah, bro, it'd be sick, eh? I fucking definitely want to now.
You're probably nearing on the point that you could sort of ask. Maybe not anyone, but most people you ask, I feel like would be keen for it.
Yeah. Did you do because you did Get Bodied, hey? Did you do Get Bodied?
Yeah, I did, both of them in Perth.
So there's been 2 in Perth.
The OD clan, the OD clan one and the Body Bag.
Yeah, because they were they the same weekend or like following?
No, it was fucking, they were 2 separate events.
Yeah. But was Scrub there?
No.
Because for some weird reason I thought he did come like recently, but obviously not.
No, I don't recall seeing him there, bro. I definitely don't think he came, mate.
How were they?
What's that?
Those like gigs.
Yeah, that was bro. Fucking the first Body Bag that come to Perth was. Were you guys there?
Nah.
Oh, bro, that was mental. Like, that was probably like the biggest thing I ever done. Like,
yeah, I was like I was gonna ask you like if you've got any like standout gigs like from either you or like going to a gig.
Yeah, fuck. What like one of my biggest shows?
Yeah. Or just like one, like a show that you sort of like look back on and go like, yeah, that was like one of the best that I've done, or one of the best that I've been to, or whatever.
Or the one that just went, fucking Dopamine Fest.
Yeah.
That just went, bro. That was, I think, like I think that was probably the best live set I've ever fucking done, and like the crowd and shit energy was it was crazy, man. Like. It was fucking packed out, bro, so I was hell happy, and I was just like, when it's packed out, it gives you more of a fucking...
Yeah, you feed off their energy,
Oh, bro, you do.
I've seen that you've been doing fucking, like, live shit, eh? Like, working with, like, a live band?
Yeah, fucking... I work with this guy, bro, and he's like my age, and he plays bass.
Yeah.
Like, he's in like a jazz band or whatever. He's in a AC/DC cover band.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So fucking he does that, bro, and I was like, oh man, have you ever worked with a hip hop artist or whatever? And he's like, nah. So I was like, yeah, we'll link up. Then I ended up fucking asking him to find a drummer. He found a drummer from Whopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, he come down and fucking. So, bro, I'm hell stoned, eh? Like, yeah, bro, it's fucking we linked up like the first time, bro, and like it was sick. Like just like. Sort of just got the bass line down and shit first, bro. Sort of worked everything out and structured it, and then like recently just got my mate in on guitar.
Yeah.
He's playing electric guitar, bro, and fuck yeah, it's coming on kill. We're gonna fucking keep rehearsing for like the end of August.
Yeah.
So is that like sorry to cut you off, but are you like making new music with them, or is that rehearsing stuff you've like? Are they reinterpreting the beats that you've already run?
Yeah, they're like reinterpret. So basically,
that's sick,
bro. They're just like listening by ear to the track and then like getting it all down. Yeah,
that's
and then I'm just sort of telling them like where the breaks are, where to
that's so fucking
go like higher, lower, and shit. You know what I mean? And then fucking it's been sick, bro, doing that.
That's
but we're just fucking rehearsing for the end of August. Yeah. And then that's when my EP launch is going to be, so I'm just going to use a live band for the EP launch.
Yeah, that's sick.
And then
fuck yeah.
After that, we're probably just gonna start trying making our own music, like, and making fucking good shit and fucking recording it, eh? Hopefully.
Where are you? Like, where do you rehearse? Like, where's the joint that you fucking rehearse?
Oh, Super Freak Studios in Juno.
Oh yeah. How much is that? Like, do you pay per hour?
I think it was 80 or 70 for 4 or 3 hours. Yeah.
And they've got like the whole PA like system.
Yeah, they've got everything where they have like recording mics and shit if you want to fucking use them as well. Like, and it's just so you pay like $80 for 4 hours, and then like you have like your room. They have like a live room, a whole white room if you want to film and shit in there. Everything where they have like fucking 5 or 6 different fucking rooms.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That is.
It is. Fuck, I'm pretty blitzed, so sorry, bro.
I'm in the same boat, but yeah, that's
yeah, I've wanted to fucking like, that's always been like a like a sort of goal, like for me. Like, I'd love to pretty much do exactly what you're doing, like take your beats that you've already like produced or fucking rhymed over, and then like interpret them into live instrumentation.
Yeah, bro.
Because it just go wrong. If you've got fucking, it's hard for like a rapper to just be on stage with a DJ and the beat playing through the speakers, you know what I mean? But if you've got a guitarist, a bass guitarist, a drummer, and then like you're sort of more of a lead singer vocalist rather than just a rapper.
Yeah,
you know
there's
more
people,
like you're a band now.
More energy, I suppose. Like,
yeah, it brings more to the fucking like to the live shows and shit as well. It's fucking sick. So I'm a very like fucking like Funkers inspired man. So like all their shit on them fucking definitely inspired to make music like they do, bro. Like that fucking hard funky fucking shit, bro.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Where do you know like where you want to do your launch? Like, do you have a venue in mind, or?
I was thinking the Frio Social in Fremantle.
Where's that? Frio.
Yeah.
No, but the Frio Social.
Yeah.
Is that like a bar or is it?
No, I think it's like a bar, bro. Fucking, but like you can hire it out like what do you call it?
Like events, whatever.
Yeah, for like all ages shows and shit, bro. So I want to make the EP launch like all ages.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah, well, let us know when that happens.
Yeah, bro. End of August, bro. We're looking at fucking the 26th or the 27th.
Yeah.
So.
When that's it, you put the time in to rehearse and stuff, you know. I guarantee.
Oh well, fuck! If you're already rehearsing and shit now, like it's gonna be nuts. I'm keen as fuck. How is the EP coming along?
Oh, it's good, bro. I linked up with Paulie P.
Yeah, is he producing all of it?
Yeah, the whole thing, and I'm just like, I feel bro. I'm hell grateful, fucking linked up with him,
Paulie P. I don't know. I feel like
he's probably one of the best in Perth.
Oh,
for sure.
He's a legend.
No question about that. Eh? Fucking man, we've been working on that, bro, and he's been killing it. Like, he has heaps of like mad ideas and shit. I'll show you something quick. Because you know how I released Heart Shaped Box? It was just like a 32 bar fucking verse. That track. Well,
I'll smash that, eh?
Sick cunt, yeah.
Shit,
fucking on the EP, it's actually like a full track with a hook and shit. So like, there's like another verse on it and shit. Yeah. But he fucking added this for the hook, bro. It's fucking sick. And then I'll add something with like fucking like 2 or 3 words in there, like in the room.
That's hard as shit.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking. He's a sitcom, bro. Fucking hell, yeah.
And the fact that you're doing it with live band as well, like that will go fucking.
Oh, bro, it's fucking. That's what we fucking just got that down, bro.
On that shit.
Yeah, well, that's the other tracks we were rehearsing the other night were Heart Shaped Box and Let Go. I'm doing like Let Go live with fucking Christian Meckler.
Yeah.
Fucking shout out to him as well, bro, and his band Mount Cleverest, bro. They're fucking.
Yeah, I've listened to a bit of their mate. They're dope. Because he's sort of like a mix of like singing and rapping. Hey.
Yeah, bro.
Like he sings. Does he sing more than he raps?
Yeah, for sure. But fucking, he has a song, bro. I think it's called "Back to the Future" or something, and it's like hell fucking Chili Peppers vibe.
Oh,
man.
really?
Like, it's fucking sick, bro. It's raw as fuck. Like, I love it. Like, it's dope.
Fuck yeah.
It's dope. It's killing it, bro.
Yeah, I have. I think I follow him on Instagram, and they seem to be sort of getting out there quite a bit, like they're releasing singles and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it comes back to that whole thing of like, there's so much dope shit in Perth. I just don't feel like any of it gets the recognition that it deserves, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Like some of it does, but I just feel like there could be more. Like,
yeah, that's what I want. Like, I'd love to have the fucking money and like business, like background or like support to start a label.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's one thing. I mean, there is labels in Perth and obviously Australia wide, but I feel like there's no. Like you don't have like, I'm trying to think of like, you don't have like a High Focus, and a High Focus. Do you know High Focus?
Yeah.
High Focus is like what would bring the best of like the Perth up and comers who are fucking smashing it, bringing them all together, working with each other, releasing projects. Everyone's fucking helping each other out, and that's how you're gonna come up.
I feel like there is a lot of like people collaborating, working together as it is.
Yeah,
so,
there's definitely like you've got your crews, like you've got your OD. And then, like, you Screw Loose, Psych Ward, stuff like that. But it's like,
SPX.
You need something. I mean, Shake has got his label, but I'm not too sure how sort of, like, wide he's kind of taken it.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you have that one little fucking thing in the middle that brings Psych Ward, Screw Loose, fucking OD, and, like, takes
everything,
them
like all the little crews together,
yeah, pieces it all together, man.
into one big, like, major label, like, one big fucking thing. Yeah, that'd be
and everyone's still doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
But
and the thing is with, like, the Perth hip-hop community as well, I feel like there's not much, not beef as such, but, like, everyone gets on with each other, as long as you sort of show respect to fucking everyone, like, you don't really fucking hear of, like, any sort of crew beef. Well, not that I know of, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to stay out of all that shit anyway. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck beef,
exactly.
bro.
Also, did you see Asthmatic put that thing up about who he should battle? And Ian Griffiths fucking commented on it, bro. What's his name? Top Dog?
I don't know who that is.
No, you do know who he is, bro. And he's like,
bro, he's signed to fucking At Large. Forte.
I've heard.
Oh, is he actually fucking signed to it?
I'm not like too familiar with him, but
is he actually signed to it?
Yeah, bro. Oh, fucking.
Bro, you'd know him if you seen him. He's like a bit of a like. I don't know how to say it properly, but he's a bit like slow. Like he's not really all there, but he like released like the freestyle videos. He's like, yeah, I'm Top Dog. I'll be fucking your mum. Blah blah blah, and it's just like real. Bro, you know him as soon as you've seen him, bro. You would.
Look.
You would, bro.
Where am I meant to know? Was it like a Facebook viral thing? Or?
Yeah, he was like a viral like video of him like freestyling or whatever. Yeah.
It's not a weird kid who looks like a fucking puppet, is it? With a big head?
Looks like a puppet.
Yes. What's his name? How old video? Simfuckers? Is that the
No,
one?
it's not fucking Simfuckers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, see?
I'm telling you, I don't remember him, but if I have an image, I might.
Top Dog.
Oh, that cunt.
Yeah,
See, do you know him now?
Yeah. I feel like he's looked like someone's dad since he was 15. Like,
Bro.
I don't know how old he is there. He looks like he's 21, but he's having a midlife crisis.
I don't know how old he is, but I don't think he's 21. But
he's got fucking I was watching this fucking podcast with his interview with fucking who was it? It was with Forte, sorry.
Mm.
And yeah, and he has fucking Williams syndrome or something.
Yeah.
Williams syndrome, and like, and he like works with disabled kids and shit. But fucking, yeah.
Oh, shout out to
Well,
him,
yeah,
man.
good on him.
Yeah.
But Asthmatic put this thing up about fucking like who he should battle, not a friend or whatever. Like he wants to end someone's career, and then that Ian Griffiths dude commented on it saying, "Well, you've got me" or whatever. And now it's like a thing. Like Az shared it on fucking Instagram and was like, "Oh, Top Dog wants to battle me" and all this sort of shit.
I reckon Asthmatic will do it, bro. I reckon Asthmatic will do it, bro. If you, like, just for the last man, I reckon he like wouldn't go hard on him at all.
No,
like,
it would be done
fucking...
in like a what's it called? Like it'd be all in good fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it would probably get like bulk people would want to see it.
Yeah.
Because Asthmatic's already got a massive following.
Yeah.
Plus, I suppose a heap of people who don't know about battling know who that dude is.
Yeah.
I think in reality, like, if you were to think of an actual battle for Asthmatic though, who would you go? Because I would say Dundee.
Oh,
I reckon if you want to give him a run for his money, go Dundee. Because Dundee will go hard. Like, Dundee and Cogs was
I feel like that'd be a hell good battle.
Dundee and Cogs was nuts, and Asthmatic
yeah.
probably is better than Cogs, like, considering how many battles he's had. And that's, like, where he started, was fucking battling.
Heaps of fucking Cogs' bars in his tracks are hit, like, they're like battle bars.
Yeah.
Already, so, like, I reckon him and Dundee's battle was fucking close. Like,
yeah,
it was very, very close. He did fucking very well for his first ever battle. Like,
oh, fuck yeah.
That's crazy. Especially against, like, someone that's battled, like, around the world and shit.
On
Yeah.
level, like, that comes crazy.
Would you ever battle? Or have you ever thought about battling?
Not really, eh?
I don't think... I'm the same. I don't think I could do it. Like... I feel like I could probably write bars and rehearse them, but as soon as there's like a bar that's thrown at me that's like gonna end like that round, I would struggle to bounce back. I couldn't like.
Yeah.
I'm not that quick on my feet. Like some people just fucking straight away can just like flip a bar or whatever. Yeah. I reckon you'd do alright. You're still hands down best freestyle I've ever heard. Just putting it out there. It is. I've said it a million
times.
times.
It's true, but I don't.
Oh, you're a bit embarrassed now.
No, not even.
Made you blush.
Like the best time that I've ever freestyled, it's always alcohol induced. Like
and drugs.
I've never really.
Well,
drugs had to slip that one in there.
Well, yes and no. Like. With freestyle, I guess we have been drinking, but with freestyle many times just fucking with like word generators or whatever, and you just keep going.
No, that's sick. That's probably a good way to fucking learn how to freestyle as well.
Yeah.
Like...
This cunt can freestyle. Like, he doesn't admit it, but he's dope.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm just comparing that to me because I'm fucking shit. Can you freestyle?
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
I struggle, man. It's definitely a talent.
You say that, but like...
Yeah, but the thing is with me, I think about what I'm saying too much. So like I'll try and spit a bar, and then if I spit that bar and realise it makes no sense or it's a shit bar, then it fucking plays on my mind, and then I'll fuck myself up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whereas some people can just fucking keep just bringing shit out and just letting it flow and it'll work.
But that's the thing, is it like just that I can go longer? Like it's not necessarily... I've heard you and Josh both freestyle some crazy shit before.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely it's a skill. And that's like, it's a whole thing, isn't it? Like people sort of suggest that like, you know, you're like, if you want to get better at freestyling, you should practice freestyling like 5 minutes a day or whatever.
Yeah.
And eventually you will sort of like, you know,
yeah.
I mean,
pick it up, or at least be able to fucking, because it's all about, if you can get your brain going to generate words and shit and be on the ball, then
if you write,
there's no reason that you can't. Yeah,
like,
exactly, bro.
I do it every time I listen to music. Like, there'll always be a time that I do it in my head. I'm not doing it out loud, and I feel like that's the difference, is if you do it out loud, and
yeah,
I don't know, just because, you know, all the times you sit there in your head and you'll just hear a beat and just come up with some shit in your head, but if you fuck up a line, you'll just keep going because it's in your head, it's not out loud. I don't know.
Yeah,
for sure, bro.
How do you write your bars to like a beat?
Yeah, so I sort of get like my inspiration from like the beat. Like, I'll get like the vibe, and like it will sort of tell me what I'm gonna write about. If you know what I mean, like so I'll definitely start with the beat, bro. Fucking and then write off that.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
And you sort of I get exactly where you're coming from. You kind of get the bounce, like you can sort of bounce with it. You know what you're sort of working with.
And then bro, it just comes to like a vibe, bro. You just keep hearing the beat, bro, and then just like words just come.
Yeah. Do you find like like the tracks that you sort of write and record? Do you find yourself like writing a verse and then going back to it, or is this, a lot of your stuff just kind of like you'll smash out a track like in that session or whatever?
Sort of like I write it like bit by bit. I won't even like write like a full verse at a time. It'll probably take like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Fucking to write like a hook and a verse or something. Sometimes I wrote like a couple of my songs in like one day, like probably like 3 hours. I just sat there and just fucking went at it, bro. But like got me thinking. I wrote that in like 2.5 hours or something, bro, and then like jumped up and then went straight to the studio. Like drove like 40 minutes to the studio and just where I recorded it.
Fuck yeah.
That was probably like the quickest track I've ever fucking. I don't know.
Do you have like Do you have like a favorite? Like, do you have a track of yours that you're just like, I did that?
Oh, fucking. Probably Raise Your Voice.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites. I was going to compliment you on that.
Fucking.
It's a fucking tune.
Yeah, bro. Big ups to Paulie P on the production, but bro, fucking wouldn't be like that.
I was because I was listening to it on Spotify and then watched the video today, but I was like, this got to be a Paulie production, and then I've watched the video and it's says Hayes Beats on it.
You get a verse from him on the EP, or?
He's actually singing the hook on Raise Your Voice.
Wait, I was gonna ask you that as well.
He's actually singing the hook on that, and then he's singing a hook on this new single that I'm dropping from the EP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like I don't want you to like spill too much shit, but do you have like a track? Like, do you know how many tracks you're working with, or?
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh yeah, it's sort of close to the date, bro. I'm gonna like announce it soon. So like, it's a 6 track EP.
Yeah.
And then just intro, and fucking, bro. It's just all solo tracks, with
fucking oath. It's what you want, man. Get you know, especially with an EP. If you're putting in that work, you're doing it for yourself. You can get yourself out there.
Yeah, bro. Fucking just want to keep smashing it, Just keep going.
Oh, well, you're ticking all the right boxes.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Have you got your artwork sorted?
No, yeah, I actually just spoke to a mate today. She's a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Just sent her some rough ideas and stuff, and gonna go talk to her soon about drawing it up. So, gonna get that on the ball soon,
Fuck yeah. That's like one of the hardest parts, man. When I was doing my EPs, like getting people to fucking organise the artwork. Just to fuck around, like, well, it depends what you want. Like, if you've got a hell specific idea, it's hard to kind of like word it to someone without trying to like draw it yourself or whatever.
No, definitely, bro, definitely.
Have you got your name? EP? Nah. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm hoping that like one of the track names, because I've still got 2 more tracks to record.
Yeah.
So hopefully, one of those track names will be like a good thing. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to think of something like a scheme from a movie or something, bro, and then get like a dope intro for it or something. That'd be sick. Yeah. But I'm not sure yet, so fuck. Not sure.
Oh, that song you dropped with Coerce. That's fire. Is that the most recent thing you've done?
Bro, like,
Well,
I actually forgot
dropped.
about that. That's probably, like, my favourite track of Drops.
Yeah.
Like, at the moment, like...
I was going to say, that's insane.
Raise Your Voice has to be, like, second, but, like, that's my top track. Big ups to Uncle Sam on the scratches and cuts and shit, bro, and recording.
How,
Sam's crazy.
How did you, like... How did that come about? You just, like, hit up Coerce, or you just connected?
Oh, last year he put me on his... It was, like, the first... He does the hip-hop hotels. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
He done the first one, bro, in Jurien Bay, and he asked me to come down and do it. So I done that, bro, and it was fucking sick. And I fucked with his live set, bro. He has so much energy, you know.
Yeah.
And and then, like, he ended up feeling the same way about me and shit. And we're like, yeah, we'll link up. And it was like a few months later, like 5-6 months later, bro. I just went down to Jurien Bay, stayed down there for the weekend with my videographer, and like, yeah, just filmed the track. But like the way we filmed it, bro, was fucking because we didn't have it recorded. So like we just fucking spat it live. We just had the beat. And then, like, we filmed it first and just spat it live over the beat, and then, like, ended up recording it, and we had to try and match it to the fucking thing. So, yeah, that was kind of fucking difficult. But
Yeah,
it
turned out fucking dope, though.
Reverse way of doing things, but it worked.
Yeah, it definitely did, bro. Yeah, it was sick.
Such a good beat choice as well.
Oh.
Like the PSA Jay-Z beat's fucking banger.
Yeah, so I was sitting on that beat for like fucking 3 months, man. And I was like, I had that verse to it like for 3 months and shit. And I was like, fuck, I need to do something with this and shit. And I was like, Coerce would be perfect, bro. Like, chuck him on it. Like,
bro, as soon as that cunt fucking like punches in first bar of the fucking track, it's just like, oh shit.
It's crazy, man.
This is happening.
The energy's fucking mental. Shout out to Coerce.
Yeah, shout out to Coerce.
So have you got any more producers lined up that you want to work with in the near future? Or?
I haven't thought about any at the moment, Just...
I suppose if you got the live band thing going and Paulie P, then...
Yeah, I was just sort of like...
You've already made it.
No, like... So fuck, man, it's like... It's pretty good, it's pretty good, bro. But like... Yeah, it's just been like... I've been doing it all myself, man, so like it's been... I feel rewarded and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you should. You fucking clearly work hard for it.
Yeah, fucking oath.
I'm just grateful that Paulie P wants to work with me, man. Like it's fucking,
man.
It's sick. Like someone like him, bro, working with like he's worked with Downside, fucking everyone, man. Fucking sick. So.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, I say it like if you're putting in that hard work. And yeah, like you said, it's it shows that it's fucking paying off. If you got someone like Paulie P turning around and wanting to work with you, it fucking says a lot in itself.
Plus, you were born in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Somehow that still happens, and you only just turned 18, like you were saying before. So, what the fuck's next? Like you haven't even peaked yet.
Nah, yeah, that's what I mean, bro. It's pretty weird.
That's probably like...
It's like a weird stage at the moment, eh?
As long as you keep doing it, as long as, nothing interrupts that shit, then...
Yeah, nah, man, just gonna fucking focus on this EP, smash this out, and then, like, whatever comes after that, bro, fucking be good.
Can only be good things.
You got the, Berserk gig, hey?
Yeah, that's next week, eh?
Is it?
Yeah, bro, next Friday. Just fucking come on quick.
Is that your event? Like, have you organised that, or is it through someone else?
Yeah, mine and Off the Clock, like, fucking linked up with Off the Clock Entertainment,
Where,
bro.
is it in Sydney?
The gig?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, yeah. Fucking...
That's wild.
That's fucking, yeah, how did you line that up? Or did you just fucking hit up, like, a venue or whatever?
Yeah, Off the Clock did it, bro. So my girlfriend runs Off the Clock.
Yeah.
And fucking, yeah, she just linked through all the fucking, all the venues and shit, man. So, yeah, she fucking organised that heaps.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to Off the Clock Entertainment.
Yeah, fucking oath, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Off the Clock.
That's gonna be nuts, man.
Oh, it's sick, bro. And linking up with, like, the Who Knows crew and shit. And then the following day, I'm driving out fucking 2 hours out of Sydney. Headed to this town called Katoomba, I think it's called, and doing another show with like the Who Knows crew, and so I'm supporting that for them. So I was like, fucking feel fucking stoked to be doing that, bro.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Get yourself out there.
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
No, no, bro. It's fuck, man. It's just like all fucking like paying all myself and shit, bro, from work. Like fucking,
Yeah.
it's like it's a struggle and a half, bro. But it's fucking. I still just feel like rewarded, bro. I don't feel fucking.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're doing it. You know, you're spending the money and yeah, like you are working and spending the money, whatever. But it's for something that you fucking love and enjoy doing, and eventually it'll fucking pay off, and you won't have to spend any fucking money to do that shit.
Hopefully, bro. Like at the end of the day, bro, I'm still young. Got fucking.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Got heaps to fucking learn, bro. So much to fucking learn. Like, I'm just excited for what's gonna come, bro. Be sick. Fucking be good to work with you two as well, bro. Be fucking boss to get a track going.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
100%. We gotta put our fingers out our asses.
Yeah, I'm trying to do too many things at once.
I've heard fucking a couple of your beats, bro, and they're fucking mental. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, look at this cunt's face, man.
Yeah.
He fucking denies it every time.
nah, they're crazy, bro. Fucking Josh, Josh was showing me, bro, and Jamie was showing me your beats, bro. And I was
Yeah, but I can only imagine that the beats that he has is like ones like I've still.
Nah, they feel like bro. They sound like fucking proper like funkers type.
Like in the last, I think I've only made beats that I'm like truly happy with probably in the last 3 months, and even then I'm not like.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, the beats that you're truly happy with are beats that people would be like fucking stoked to have. Like some of the beats that you play and you're like, oh yeah, you know, it's not that good. It's like
they're all sloppy and shit though, and just.
Yeah, but still, bro. Like
once
the sound, bro, is fucking incredible. Like
yeah, exactly. You've got the sound. Once it's in the studio, you don't have to fucking worry about it. Like shit anyway. Just get someone else.
I already told Josh, man. Like I want some of your beats because they're fucking bro. Like it's like old school fucking Hilltop, like back when fucking. Like obese days, like pegs and fucking Hilltop and shit, like the nosebleed section type shit, bro. Like fucking sounds killer, man. It's fucking that old school hip hop shit, old school Aussie hip hop.
Well, I plan on doing like an instrumental EP. I want to say by the time that I've finished study, but I'm already like flat stick with that shit at the moment.
Fuck off an instrumental EP and do. Like a production EP, but get people on it.
Yeah, but the thing with that is like, I've got.
You want people to hear your greatness.
No, I've got beats put aside that I don't think, like I've made beats where I've gone. Oh, I know I can see rapping on this, but these.
Yes.
There's a lot of like slow tempo shit.
Yeah.
Or there's just.
It's like too instrumental to be like a.
Yeah, or I've sort of done like used a sample that's too. Heavy with a certain instrumental vocal or that, but it's more so it sounds good as just an instrumental beat.
Yeah.
But it's in progress.
Have you tried producing beats?
No, at the moment, no. Yeah. I haven't yet.
Good. That's a fucking smart choice. I feel like we both made kind of like it. It's good for the fact that we can produce our own beats, but at the same time, like in the last like 2 years, I've spent way more time producing a beat that goes nowhere than actually fucking writing bars, which is the reason why I'm started in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, I want to learn how to fucking like mix, master, engineer, record, and fucking.
Well, those are like. I went a long time just knowing how to operate that machine and chop samples and pitch them and do drums, and that was pretty much it. And that's why all the beats were just basic as fuck. None of them had bass lines or anything. Didn't know what I was doing.
Do you fucking play guitar or anything?
Nah, I'm sort of starting to learn keyboard.
Yeah, fucking hell.
But I feel like I gotta sort of learn something, you know?
Yeah.
I'd learn keys for sure.
Purely because I do enjoy playing keys and fat bass lines and just getting funky with it.
If I could go back, like I mean, I love the fact that I can play guitar, but if I could go back to when I was younger, I definitely would have learned to play keys over guitar. Because like you said, and especially with like MIDI keyboards and shit, you can get every fucking sound on a keyboard anyway.
Yeah.
So if you understand chord progressions and all that sort of shit, it's like you can play a fucking saxophone on a keyboard.
Yeah. Bass guitar, anything.
Yeah.
I just feel like anyone who like enjoys rap, who doesn't necessarily enjoy rhyming or writing or anything, should just get a beat pad, because like I enjoy rhyming and writing bars and all that, but I don't think there's a better feeling than finding a sample and going, oh, I think this might work, and then when it does work, and I don't want to say one's more work than the other, because they're both, you know, take the equal amount of time. They're both hard to do, but if you, every human should just have an MPC and a record collection.
Nah, every human should have a machine and a record collection.
It's personal preference, I suppose. Machine definitely has like a better sound bank.
I reckon, you know, I was saying the other day, I don't know what to get with that money. I reckon I'm going to upgrade my machine.
Do it.
Because that's just too small, man, and it's old. And if I buy the fucking MK3 or whatever with like the LED screens and shit, I can do it all on there.
Do it and just make that your run around one.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But you don't even fucking need that anymore. How's, what producer was it? Madlib? Made like all of the beats for an album on his fucking iPad. Like,
what?
It's fucking
that's
nuts,
wicked,
man.
eh?
Because you can buy, I know that you can buy machine software for
I feel like it's
phones
not
and shit
that
now.
crazy. It's just like it is dope because it's mad,
annoying.
but
I
it's a
feel
bit
like
of a
it's more-
novelty.
yeah.
Like
I feel like it's more annoying than crazy.
it'd just be more of an inconvenience. But I suppose if you know how to do it fluently, then
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Fuck's next.
Don't know. I feel like we've covered pretty much everything I even had on here.
Yeah,
Oh, you got the
fucking
Cogs gig. That's
Oh,
coming up,
Mandra, bro,
Mandra.
yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, that'll be sick.
27th of July. Come
Fuck
across,
yeah.
bro.
Who else is on the lineup?
Have you heard of Fat Tom and Erna?
I think I heard, I might have heard like one or two of their songs, but I have noticed that they're like quite fucking like active at the moment. They're like on a lot of
Yeah,
lineups
bro.
and shit.
Well, they just did that After Dark Festival, the second one that just went.
Yeah.
They did a show there, bro, and they brung like a heap of mob down with 5 Pass from Mandra, and fucking they had every cunt singing their tracks on the fucking on stage, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Is that where they're from? Are they from like Five
Yeah.
Pass Ways?
mhm. Yeah,
That's
down
one thing
those
I
ways
noticed
south.
with like Five Pass as well. He brings a crowd. Like when he was, I mean, now he has a crowd.
Yeah.
Well deserved as well. That cunt's fucking sick. But like I remember when I first was it Kick in the Door or some shit. I think when we first seen him. I think that was the
Yeah,
first time I
I think
heard of
so.
him was Kick in the Door.
Something
And
like that.
yeah, he had like heaps of his boys there, and they were just fucking rapping like every bar to his tracks and shit.
That's sick, eh?
I don't think any of our mates, I don't think one of my mates know a bar of my fucking songs.
Well,
Useless
I-
cunts.
I was at all your fucking first gigs.
Yeah, what about my other gigs?
Yeah, I think there was only like 2 gigs that I missed. And I was at all the gigs when I was the only fucker there.
Yeah, true.
And they were
Yeah.
open mic nights.
Yeah, good point. Oh, I've not done a gig for fucking 2 years, man.
Fuck it, no.
Too long. I need to get back into it. I need to go spend a day. I need to spend a solid like session rehearsing to see if I can actually fucking do it. Because that's the only reason I've not done a gig since my operation and shit.
What's going on with that like operation and shit on your fucking throat?
Basically, from
He's had to stop sucking dick.
from just from like rapping and just singing and just shit like that. Like I developed like a polyp, which is like a little lump on my vocal cords. So like, it was a couple of years ago, but out of nowhere, my voice just started like breaking, like mid sentence. So like I'd be talking now and it'd just like break, and it would like drop out and shit.
Fuck.
So anyway, I ended up going to see like a fucking specialist, and they like put a camera down there and shit and like check. Turned out I had this like little fucking polyp, which is like a little lump. But because I wasn't fucking private health insurance, I had to wait like a year and a bit to like get in to have the surgery to like get it removed. So that was a whole year that I couldn't fucking rap basically, because like if I tried to rap for like fucking longer than 10 minutes, my voice would just like go. So I couldn't do any gigs, and the annoying thing was as well is that like I knew that I couldn't do gigs, and I was just like, fuck it, I won't like, you know, I won't go out and get any. But then I was getting asked to do gigs by people, and I'd have to fucking turn them down.
Yeah, that's
I was like, man, this fucking sucks. And then, and then I had the surgery in like March, so I couldn't talk. What was it, like a week and a half, I think? I couldn't talk. I had a fucking whiteboard and had like a thing on my phone where I'd type in shit and it'd say it. So I was in complete silence for like fucking 5 days.
Like a Stephen Hawking's.
Yeah, it was literally, man, literally.
Fuck.
But yeah, 5 days couldn't talk, and then basically it's just been like a slow progression to get back into it. But that's the thing, like I haven't actually fucking tried rapping a full set because I'm scared of like fucking up my vocal cords again.
Is it still there?
No, they got rid of it. It's just
I reckon
like,
try to rehearse a full set by yourself,
yeah, fucking oath.
That's
get
like,
on that. Not like get on it, but as soon as you can, because
that'd be sick.
you got bars, son.
Yeah, go hard, bro. Fuck.
The waiting game is over. Oh, next EP name, it's got the word waiting in it.
Fuck off, cunt.
What was it? What we talk about? We came up with them at Rob's, and it was like,
What do you mean?
because what are they called?
The waiting room and lost patience.
Waiting
And
room, lost patience, run out of patience.
No, it wasn't.
Can I please feature the manager?
Fuck off. No, I can't remember what we came up with. But yeah, it's fucking, yeah, man, it sucks. Because, like, when I stopped as well, I feel like that was, like, I was sort of doing alright, especially with Lost Pace, like, with Flip Out, that was a decent song. And then all that shit happened, it just fucking put a halt. So now I've got to fucking start doing gigs again and fucking try and get out there.
Yeah, bro, fucking oath.
She'll come.
But I kind of look at it as like, well, Seth Sentry's like 30 odd, so fuck it. If that cunt can do it, then hopefully I've still got a bit of time.
Best on the planet tree.
Bit of time,
Never
20
too
years
old.
ago. Next best times now.
Spot on.
Never too old, bro. Just do it. Fuck it.
That's exactly it.
I just wish I could go back to like your
Nah,
age right now.
fuck that, bro.
Be 18.
Don't even think that. Just be like, fuck, it is now. So like, I'm just gonna do what I want.
Yeah, true. Fuck, you're a wise man for
Bro,
for an 18-year-old.
Just fucking, fuck it, bro. Just do it, eh?
Fuck yeah. Have you got any more questions? What's that? I know we've already gone through that.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much gone through everything. Fucking Stranger Things. Put that on. Have you watched Stranger Things?
Stranger Things.
Any of them?
No.
You've not watched any of them?
Shit.
Bro!
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck, bro. I've gotten this a lot, eh? My girlfriend, JD. Bro.
Holy shit.
I mean...
Do you watch... do you watch a lot of TV or not?
Nah.
And that's
Not
why
really.
you're making moves and
Yeah.
we're not. Because we sit here
That's
watching
what you need
shit.
to do.
I don't know, I can't sit there and like, I watch like every Will Ferrell movie there is, bro. Fuck that, I'll sit there and I'll binge watch that cunt, but like, man, I can't watch like I can't watch like a series, like a TV series. I watched, like a cartoon series, bro. I think it was, it's on Netflix, bro. I forgot what the fuck it was called. Big Mouth.
Oh, yeah.
that
I
shit's
knew you were
funny.
going to say that.
Yeah.
That shit's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny, bro. Other than that, I can't really sit there and watch a fucking TV series, eh?
Yeah.
Especially like, I don't know, serious shit. Like, unless it's funny shit,
Yeah.
I find it hard. Like Stranger Things and shit, I can get into if it's good, but if it's not, like if it's just all drama and shit, I find it hard to just be, because you can't miss anything.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's just funny shit, you know, all you're missing is a punchline.
Yeah.
Another joke.
Yeah.
And it's just all laughter for everyone.
Fucking oath.
Oh man, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, fucking oath.
Do you
I'm fucking stoned.
Eh?
Put a fucking...
Well, do you want to, we'll tell everyone where you can where can you find yourself?
Plug your shit.
Plug your
Oh
shit,
yeah,
basically.
fucking YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, fucking, yeah.
Do you have a Bandcamp or SoundCloud?
I don't have a Bandcamp, but there is a website that is finished and gonna be coming soon everything plugged will be on there, so that'll be the main source for everything, so
Fuck yeah.
just waiting for that to be finalised.
Yeah, that's dope.
Dope.
Yeah, well...
Right, well, thanks for coming out, man. It's
Cheers for
been a pleasure.
having us, bros.
Yeah, man.
First
fucking
guest
sick.
on the show.
Definitely the Smokers Lounge,
Replacing
bro.
Elliot next week, Greasy.
Yeah.
And replacing me, Jason Stave.
Alright, shall I just... That's it?
Yeah, man.
Fucking
I
oath.
think peace to the good people.
Yeah, man.
Cheers for having us, guys.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
Fight for your
Hope
rights,
you've enjoyed
buddy.
the episode.
Shout out to Smokers Lounge, boy. I'm stoned as fuck.
Peace.
Peace.